exist.
All right, so we're back at HCC. The first wash is done. That nice layer of dust is finally off the car, but now it's time to really get this car shining. So we have Chantz here with Martin Auto Detailing, and Chantz is going to first talk us through a little bit about what he sees in the paint and the condition of the car to start with, and then we'll talk a little bit about what he's going to do to the car, and we're going to get it back as probably better than showroom. So
yes, that's our hope.
All right, Chantz, so start off, just talk me a little bit through what you see in the paint on this car, and as that relates to what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so right off the bat, obviously the car looks extremely shiny, which is fantastic. It gives us a good platform to start working on. But once you start getting in a little bit closer, you're really gonna notice what we like to call love marks. It's gonna be some straight line scratches, lots of swirls. Just from over time, someone's kind of, giving this thing a couple touches here and there, which is gonna be normal to have this in there, but our goal today is really just gonna be to get that imperfection out, any of these straight line swirls and scratches. Overall, the paint looks fantastic. We've already done paint readings on it. There's plenty of paint, all original, but what we really wanna focus on is just the stuff that catches your eye. You're gonna have little imperfections here and there. When the light hits it from certain angles, you're gonna see this kind of almost like a little bit of a haze. So in all reality, this is a great looking car, but we just wanna make it look even better. What we like to do in situations like this, first we wanna do a test spot just to see how the paint reacts to any type of polishing, whether that's a pad, polish combo. So we'll start with the lightest method possible, and then we'll kind of work our way up to see what's gonna take the most out but leave us the best finish. So it's kind of a balance. When we get into that, we'll kind of describe what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing. And but I think this paint's gonna turn out tremendously. It's not that bad, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You can actually you can tell that this thing hasn't really been worked on, honestly. Normally, of cars of this age, you're gonna see all these seals. They're gonna be milky and white. Someone either polishing it, someone putting wax all over it. You'll see it all in these jams. And just from taking a perspective from my view, this thing looks like, I don't think it's ever had a buffer put on it once, which is great for me because then I get to be the first one and I get to make it look as good as it possibly needs to. So I think from here, what I'm first gonna start with is do just a light decontamination with a light clay, just to make sure that there's no embedded material. If your pad picks anything up, you have to think that it's rotating. And if I pick up any small microscopic dirt, it's gonna get in the pad and cause even more swirls. So we just wanna get this paint as clean as humanly possible. That way we can go into polishing. So.
Sounds good.
All this is doing is just giving the surface some lubrication so that I can get any of those embedded contaminants out. Because this car doesn't have the age or, the driving, it hasn't been out in the elements as much. I'm using what's called a clay towel to see if I can get, this is the least aggressive method. I just want to see if I can get all this out. And if you come in, you can kind of hear it. You hear that little bit of rough. Like there's a little bit of stuff here and there. Feel it with your hands. And I'm gonna double check my work by getting a traditional clay bar and going over it and just seeing if anything else comes up. Because there's still some deep stuff in there that I can kind of feel. Yeah, see now if you come close, you don't hear anything. We're getting all that leftover stuff. That doesn't come out with your wash. So you could see, this is a perfectly clean clay bar before. Mm-hmm. And even from a wash, and even from the lightest one I have, there's a little bit of dirt and grime still in there. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do that for the whole vehicle.
Okay.
And like I said, the main purpose of that is any of this little grime gets in your pad, it doesn't allow you to get the best finish possible. We want this to be the cleanest canvas. So I'm gonna get to work.
Perfect. Thanks, Chance.
Yeah. The thing about what I do is to the normal guy, it's gonna just seem like, oh, he's just washing it, you know? But I'm doing more than that. There's a lot involved of chasing the perfect finish. Because yeah, you could just throw a wax on here and it'll look better, but I want the long-lasting finish. So welcome back. Car looks a little bit different. So we've already clayed it. We've completely wiped everything down, and as you can see, we've taped up all the sensitive areas on the vehicle to ensure that when we're doing any polishing, especially of cars of this age, we do not want to get any compound in any of these seals. These seals look immaculate, and the worst thing we want to do is booger them up with compound and just dust and dirt. So we've taped everything up head to toe, anything that's plastic, anything that's sensitive. We've already done a test spot that you can see here. If you kind of come in close, you can get an idea. This is before. So you see all this haze, what we call love marks. And just from a simple polish, we've been able to bring out that clarity and get that shine back without removing practically any paint. This is the lightest combo we have, and you can see such a drastic difference already. And whenever you do the whole vehicle, you're gonna notice a completely different vehicle at the end of the day. So we're gonna do one quick little pass just to show you kind of the process. So what we're doing is just getting our yellow pad, which is a very light pad, and we're doing our finishing polish. We're just doing 4 little dots. We come over here. We like to spread the polish out just so it's evenly distributed. And it's gonna be quite loud, so you'll record and then I'll bring you in whenever we're done. So what we're gonna do is just wipe it off, and we'll give you a look. As you can see, we're not going crazy aggressive. We're going very light. This paint's probably never been touched before, so we don't want to take too much off. Polish just wipes right off. Very delicate, very easy, but you'll see just from doing that, the paint's crystal clear again. And then you go right here, and you have a ton of haze.
Yeah, you can see it.
And then right there, it's clear. And that's why we like to do a test. If you kind of want to zoom in, you can get a really good idea right there.
Oh yeah, you can see the line.
Yeah, boom. You want to make sure, the whole point of what I like to do on these vehicles is preservation. Some guys may just come in and they have a combo that works for them or whatever, and they only use one. I have so many different polishes, so many different pads that I keep. Every paint's gonna be different. But on this one, the lightest one worked, which is great for us, because we don't want to be taking too much off, and at this point, we're pretty much taking nothing. We're just giving it a kiss. And as you can see, it's gonna be amazing.
Perfect. Originality, obviously, being name of the game with this car, so we're in good shape, and this arena red is really gonna pop once we're done with it.
Yeah, that's right there.
Alright, that's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember